Welcome to Baking with Marion. Only today we are so not baking, but we are prepping a recipe that's really good and kind of fast. So let's just dive right in. First of all, you need your food processor and everything's going in there. Then we process it to bits, and then it's great. It is chickpea cookie dough. Chickpea is the same thing as garbanzo beans, okay? So I have my garbanzo beans. See, garbanzo beans, okay? And I'm going to open this up and then I'm going to drain it and rinse the garbanzo beans. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups of these. So let's see how much is in 1 can. Alright, I'm going to grab one of my strainers. I don't need small holes, so the big holes will work. Now, one of the reasons why when I get these canned, the reason that I rinse them, and I can't rinse them yet because they're stuck in the can. So, anyway, one of the reasons that I rinse them is often these kind of canned garbanzo bean thingies, the chickpeas, garbanzo beans, I'm going to call them garbanzo beans, okay? Y'all can handle that. Alright, it's because of the salt that's added. Sometimes it tastes salty to me. I mean, sometimes they don't add that, but and sometimes it just tastes salty to me. So I rinse them. Now I have here my liquid measure. No, garbanzo beans are not liquid, as you well know, but the nice thing about this measuring cup is it goes to 2 cups right off the bat. So I'm going to just dump these in there, try not to get tons of water all over my counter. Garbanzo beanie water. Okay. Pour those in. Let's see how much I have. So this can looks like it's almost, I was going to say almost 2 cups, but I could take out maybe a handful of those and have my 1.5 cups. So I'm just going to do that right quick just to see if I can get this exact. Yeah, there's 1.5 cups. Yay! There we go. Alright. The rest of those garbanzo beans, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll make a 1/4 cup worth of cookie dough. And I was so excited about making this recipe, I didn't bring my paper towels over. What's with that? Okay. So, 1/4 cup of nut butter. I'm using peanut butter, but I mean, maybe you guys get almond butter or cashew butter. I've never tried it with one of the other flavors, but boy, does that sound good. I just don't have cashew butter or almond butter or anything like that. Okay, so I need a 1/4 cup. I'm going to dip it and see if I can get it to be approximately what I need to begin with, and then push off the extra. Okay, 1/4 cup. Ugh. Boy, these ingredients don't want to treat me right here. They just want to do their own thing, especially the peanut butter. Okay. Okay, done with that. Now it wants 1 cup of packed dates. Now I packed in some of my dates already. I just wanted to show you this though. On the, don't do that if you're having other people eat your stuff. No licking off your fingers. Okay, so you can see that this is over the top, right? But I already have the other stuff. I've packed it in. Same kind of thing. Once I pack that in, I've got my 1 cup, okay? So you want to pack it until it gets to that 1 cup, alrighty? And there's that. And I'm sticky again. Alright, now a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, got my 1 teaspoon here. I don't have my lid off. Alright, when you make this, be sure that you take the lid off your vanilla extract before you try to pour it into your teaspoon. And there we go. Notice I hold it over here. That's because if I spill it, then I've spilled it into here. Okay. The last thing it asks for is 4 teaspoons of cacao nibs. Now, I have actually found these in different places. You'll see they're not like chips, not like chocolate chips, but they are chocolate-ish, okay? So they're just itty-bitty little things there. They're nibs, okay? You can use cacao nibs. You can also use cocoa nibs. And if you're in my neck of the woods, I have found these at natural grocers, at grocery outlet, at another natural food stores, and yes, I have to say it, the first time I got these, I got them from Amazon. I think these are actually cocoa nibs this time around instead of cacao nibs, but I love them and I'm going to put them in. Now, you will notice that it says 4 teaspoons, and perhaps you being the mathematician that you are, what with all of this baking, 4 teaspoons is just over 1 tablespoon. 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. So all I need to do is do a little bit more. This is my tablespoon, not my teaspoon. I happen to like cacao nibs. So rather than make it straight across, I'm going to make it kind of bunched up on top. So that way I actually have about 4 teaspoons. Okay, I love these things. I'm doing a little bit more. All right, there we go. Now we blend the heck out of this. Get my stuff out of the way. This is serious business here. Oh, never, ever, ever bake this. This is not that kind of cookie dough. It's more like finger pudding. Up, and my processor has pushed everything up, so I also have to get my spatula to push everything back down. All the dates are coming up, the extra garbanzo beans have come up, so this might take a little bit of time because the number of times that you're going to have to open it and push things back down, they're trying to escape, but we can't let them. Seems kind of weird that garbanzo beans would taste good. Push them back down. I was really surprised the first time I made this recipe that it really does have the consistency of cookie dough, and with all the dates and with the nut butter, it tastes good. What you have here is high protein, a high protein cookie dough. This is so frustrating. but the result is worth it. So just keep on getting the sides back down. Do it again. I could do this all day. No, I really couldn't. I don't want to do this all day. I just want it to be all nice and smushy, like cookie dough. We're getting to the last of it now, because I've got a lot of this that's down on the bottom that's all totally blended. I just need some of this stuff that's on the top to get down there where the blades are. It is so close, so close to being done. Maybe 1 or 2 more times, or 3 if necessary, I don't know. Okay, maybe 4 or 5. Get down there. I can feel the stuff and see the stuff at the very bottom, and it is so nice and soft. It's just I can't get some of this top stuff down there because the bottom is all nice and full of the creamy stuff. You know what? I'm done. Okay, I'm going to use my spatula to wipe off the blades. I do not want to lose any of that wonderful goodness. I'm going to keep those blades handy in case I totally missed a creamy goodness spot. Alright, you guys, I'm going to put this into a container so you can see it. Here we go. Ooh. You know what I wonder? Oh, now I'm going to have to try this one day. If this would be good in between a 2-layer cake. I have a great chocolate cake recipe that I may have to try this one time. A peanut buttery chickpea cookie dough type center for a 2-layer cake. That might be very interesting, don't you think? All right, taste test. Ready? Oh, and look at what time it is. We've hardly taken any time at all. Guys, that's it. We're done. You can put it in the fridge. For, I don't know how long it'll last in the fridge. Try not to eat it all at once. Maybe save a little bit for the fridge just to see what it tastes like cold. Okay? Alright. So you guys have fun. Talk to you later. Bye now. You know what you gotta do now. Clean up.
Here are some fun facts about chickpeas. Chickpeas are also known as garbanzo beans, Bengal grams, Egyptian peas, susi beans, and Kabuli chana. Chickpeas come in a variety of different types and colors: beige, green, black, red, and brown. The chickpea plant has a natural insecticide in its leaves, which keeps the bugs away. Chickpeas are a great source of both soluble and dietary fiber, which may help to reduce the risk of developing heart disease and also aid in managing diabetes. India is the world's #1 leader in chickpea production.